Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm having one of those days, you know, where you're just, you're too caught up in your noggin. Feeling pretty anxious for no good reason, so I thought I'd go for a paddle. I'm not going to film a ton of this because this is for me, but I thought I'd take you guys along. I'm watching these woodies circling around. I have rustled myself up a ton of geese. I was on the other side of this point and I did one of these, you know, and they just hit the sky, going crazy as geese do. It's about 4 degrees. It's quite nice. A little windy. They said we're supposed to go up to 6 or maybe 7 today. And that could be cool. Some ice on the shoreline, not too much. And the world's just waking up. I poured myself a hot bevy. Well, I hope I don't run into a bunch of pissed off hunters who've been waiting for those geese since before daylight. I actually think I do see a blind up there, so... Oh. Hopefully I haven't ruined somebody's morning. Might as well go check it out. Well, it's warmed up a bit. I'd say we're pushing around noon now. I've pulled into this little bay. The sun's coming in, going out, coming in, going out. But the wind is relentless. I pulled into this little bay and thought maybe the wind will cut it out, but it didn't seem to cut it out. But the paddling's been lovely. And I'm a big sharer, you know that. So I share all my videos and stuff with you, but like I said, this was just for me today. I just wanted to I just wanted to go for a paddle. But the temperature has gotten so nice that there's part of me that's wondering if I don't take advantage of it and do a bit of camping this evening. Now, that was 5 minutes ago when the wind had died down a touch and it was sunny. Like, there must be a hole in the cloud cover, because all of a sudden it was pretty nice and then clouds. And it's happened now a few times, so weather's a crazy bitch. But the problem is I'm going to be paddling back into this, so that's going to make for a rough go of things. You know, am I doing some cool gimbal work here, or is Mother Nature just literally blowing me down the river? No gimbal. Coffee's gone. Bottle of water gone. Cheese sandwich gone. It's very nice to be out here. And if I look way down over the trees there, I'd say in half an hour, if the wind keeps in this direction, we'll have a little bit more sunshine. That's been a lot of paddling, and that's a lot of paddling back. So different out here without the trees and the birds and I kind of regret going upriver in this chop. Or downriver? Left river, right river, I don't know. The opposite direction. Because I was I was basically just paddling and, you know, singing myself some gondola songs. Now I gotta work. Wedge myself into a little bay. Holy crap. The wind has been a worthy opponent of me and my little sports pal. Just saw a bunch of trumpeter swans, which is pretty cool. It's a gaggle of geese. Flock? I don't know. Flock of swans? Flock of seagulls, gaggle of geese. Rafter of turkeys. I yelled, "Stop looking at your swans!" Oh, that is like, I don't know what the measurement is. 1.5ing the amount of time it's taken to get back. Out alone, solo canoe, weird cloudy, not cloudy, cloudy again kind of day. But We are pushing mid-afternoon, everybody. I'm more than halfway back, but I don't think I'm quite at a quarter yet. So I came up this little tributary that I'd never be able to get through in the spring or the summer. I'm floating on inches of water, but the reeds and everything underneath it are just helping me float along. I'm hoping that there's an opening down there that I can get out of. If not, I'm going to have to go back and circle around. Probably add another 20 minutes, half an hour. And for anyone who's freaking out, okay, got my life preserver right here. I'd like to get back to the campsite. I've decided I'm going camping, and I'd like to get back there with enough time to set up in the daylight and stuff. I don't mind cooking at night, but you know, we could at least get set up in the daylight, and that'd be nice. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Beautiful day though. I'm in inches of muck. I'm sitting in inches of muck here, but that's where I want to get. That's where I want to get. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Oh my God. Woo! All right, we're around 4 o'clock. I'm probably a 20-25 minute paddle back. I'm just going to enjoy that. That's been a wild day. Calm down. Got windy again. Calm down. Got windy again. I don't know. The Weather Network's still saying we're a clear night, and I'm moving backwards. So I have to pedal that way, and I'm moving that way. That's not what I want to do. So, oh geez. Now we're turning. Okay, let me get on this. I'll talk to you when we're back at the lodge, eh? I've I've packed the quad up. Now, to my credit, it is 5:08. I haven't caught up to this whole daylight savings time nonsense, so I gotta get out to the campsite. I'll probably be setting up a wee bit in the dark, and then we're gonna make something to eat. Because time is of the essence, I'm not gonna bother filming setup. It's the same. I'm gonna put the same tent in the same spot as I did a few weeks ago, so we can just, you know, it looked like that. Oh man, I got this all backwards, eh? Like, Oh, let's go for a paddle when it's freezing outside, and let's go for some camping in the dark. Let me tell you why this happened. It is currently 8 degrees, and the Weather Network forecast doesn't show that for much longer. We're gonna go down, 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 down. The youngest is out tonight. Miss Lady is in full Hallmark Christmas movie swing. The dog is not coming with me because she had a little run-in with a spiky friend, which was a very eventful evening, and she's still taking it pretty easy after that. And here I am gabbing when we're losing light. I'll see you guys at the campsite. Got that fire started, we're gonna keep it going. But first, this is what I'm gonna enjoy right now. It's a Bob Cajun, I'm gonna have to read it. A Bob Cajun Pale Ale. Using the headlamps like spotlights. Well, it was a weird day. No business being out on the canoe there. Well, I mean, we had every business in the world to do it. Who's gonna tell me my business? It was crisp. It was early and it was crisp. But it was early and it was crisp, and we went, of course, a little longer than I thought we would, and whoops, here we are. Oopsie. You know what's kind of unsettling? Cutting firewood by headlamp. Get a really nice coal base going, but I don't want the fire to die. So dinner tonight, I've never done this before, but I can't imagine it's too difficult. I've got the makings of everything for some nachos. I got my cheese, got some corn, sour cream, a little bit of ground beef, enchilada sauce, some homemade nacho spice, some tomatoes, some jalapeno, green onion, peppers, some beans and rice from a previous meal, and some onion. And that, I think, will be a pretty decent little affair. First thing I'm gonna do, fry up the ground beast. One little problem cooking over cedar is we're gonna get some wood in here. All right, we're gonna get some in here. There's not much I can do about it, and we're just gonna say to ourselves, who cares? It's camping. All right? It's camping. Camping, everybody. A little bit of taco seasoning. That taco seasoning is like paprika and onion powder and smoked paprika. All kinds of good stuff. It looks like I'm using a lot, but we're going to put a bunch of stuff in here, as well as have some enchilada sauce, so that'll all work out. we're definitely going to be eating a little bit of wood tonight. And ash. Hey, it's camping. Getting close. I only have these little containers, so. I'm going to simmer the tiniest little bit of enchilada sauce in there, which is something we wouldn't do if we were in the lodge. And I feel like out here, just add a nice little bit of what. Got our chips. And too big of a Dutch oven for this, but it is really what I'm working with. That I know for sure is a piece of wood. Jalapeno. A little bit of beans and rice. Second layer. We'll put that back on. Okay, friends, let's see what kind of a situation we're in. We're getting there. Holy crap, that was hot. But there we go. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Honestly, there's no good way to get this. I'm gonna dump a little salsa. A little dollop of sour cream. Guess that's a big dollop. And because, you know, clearly there's not enough cheese. It doesn't matter, this isn't cheese. It's queso. Not sure what it is, but it's orange. Preemptively grabbing a couple of these. Cheers, everybody. Let's see if these campfire nachos are... Wow. Okay, that's fire. This is ridiculously good. Mind you, setting up in the dark and paddling all day, I'd imagine anything would be good, but this is fantastic. Far too much for one person. I think if I did it next time, I might want to put some embers on the top, so we sort of cook from both sides. This is lovely. listen, dinner beat me. If that was an eating competition, I would have failed magically. No. I would have failed. There's half a Dutch oven of nachos left, maybe even more. But quite delicious. And like I said, it's got me going. Like, what else can I do? What can I do? I think embers on the top, sort of cook it from both sides, would be a real way to go. I'm just stoking the fire.
I'm stoked. You stoked?
I'm stoked.
I'm stoked. So stoked.
We got a beast going here. Got a bit of birch in here, some pine, some cedar. We're sitting at 6 degrees right now, and it's nice. And again, sitting here in cotton. I've got my thermals, but I think it's a bit early to put on thermals. The fire is warm. We're playing that little game that we play in the fall, though, in early winter of, hey, my front's warm, but my back's cold. You know that game. Kind of got to build 2 fires, sort of sit in the middle of them. But we're going to keep going. We don't have a ton left in the woodshed here, but I think we can get a few more hours. By the way, I might be talking to you, but my butt's getting nice and warm. Toasting my buns. Coming up on 10. What a lovely night. We're about 5 degrees right now. The air is still. I'm seeing stars up through the canopy. They're calling for a 100% chance of rain in the morning. So the morning might be messy, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm getting the occasional honk out of a goose down in the river. They're avoiding the predators floating on the water right now. Haven't heard any coyotes tonight. Maybe they're trying to learn how to swim. I'm just doing that camping thing, you know, where you stare into the fire and totally get lost in your thoughts. I'm gonna have to cut a few more birch down. We've got quite a few dead standing birch out in the woods, and I'm gonna have to process them. They're a pain, because they're heavy and they're dense, but I have nearly smoked that entire woodshed. And I'd restocked it partially. Just pine and cedar, it burns so quick. Nice heat, but it burns so quick. So, we'll have to get some birch out here. Morning. What a lovely sleep. Stayed around 5 or 6, I think, all night. It's about 6 right now. We're getting the rain off and on, hitting the tent. The wind is pretty fierce. Part of me wants to just pack up and get the heck out of here before it starts to rain. Part of me's like, hey, make a coffee and you brought pea meal. I'll be honest with you, I'm still not hungry after last night's big dinner. My goodness. I might just pack up. It's, you know, when it's gonna get gloomy and you're leaving anyway, you're like, well, might as well get to getting. Make a coffee back at the lodge, but ideally I don't show up there soaked. What is it? Soaked like a... something about a wet cat or something? Soaked like a cat? Cat soaked? I don't know. You're soaked like a cat. I remember hearing something. You're as soaked as a cat. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to call it. We're definitely getting some weather. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. That was fun.